Hello, awesome people. I hope you are having just a magnificent day today. Today we're taking a look at the next short story in this collection, a set of 17 short stories. And this is a 17-page short story. It's called The Oracle of Sadaqua. It's written by Ron Hilger. It was published in '89. For you folks, and I'll link you to this collection, if you will, in the comments below. This is the Tsathoggua Cycle collection for you folks that was published by Chaosium. So basically the idea here is the character was created by Clark Ashton Smith in the pulp era, and he had created it in a fantasy context, if you will, and then Lovecraft read it, loved it, incorporated it into the Cthulhu Mythos in the Mound, but that wasn't published until like the 40s, and that was a heavily redacted version because it was a novella, so it wasn't published in full until '89. And the Clark Ashton Smith short story, The Tale of Tampra, Zyros, wasn't published until later, a couple of years later. So in the meantime, Robert E. Howard, the creator of Conan, was the first one to publish a Tsathoggua short story, and then Cthulhu Mythos fans, and the Light and the Whisper in Darkness was in that and too. Right, and so this collection recollects a lot of those things, but they're more of the Clark Ashton Smith and fantasy side of his interpretation rather than that cosmic horror. Until the people that started to write these were more of the modern days and such. This one's set back in Rome, not unlike the Richard Tierney's Simon Magus stories, and it has more of a fantasy feel to it. So basically what's happening, no spoilers, but basically our point of view character has arrived in an area with a lot of Celts and cultic stuff. He's a Roman soldier. He was trying to send out an oracle, and then come back to it. And so one of his soldiers has gone missing, and so now he's not trying to find out what's happening to the soldier. He gets the oracle. The oracle mentions Tsathoggua and some other stuff too. Good stuff. And then after that, so he mentions so he goes to the oracle for finding out information from the Roman Empire. He's the messenger, if you will, and so he'll find out information about Tsathoggua and another old one too. And so we know who that is, but he doesn't. But that will set up the darker aspects of what's happening. And now he's going to start looking for his soldier, compatriot that's gone missing. And now that search for him, about 2 or 3 pages into this short story, will take over, and so that's where we'll finish up. I liked the ending. I thought it was really good. I definitely thought it did a good shock ending. Did some good stuff. I like the characters that are introduced in it. And the central concept. I like the more fantasy take, if you will, interpretation to, and setting this in the Roman Empire, just like Simon Magus's short stories are written by Richard Tierney, also set in the Roman Empire, in the Cthulhu Mythos too. Are more short and sort of takes too. I just finished that, so it's kind of fresh, right? So I like it. I thought it was good stuff. I like the ending. Thought it was really good. So I'm giving this a 7.5 for you folks. It's good stuff. I think it stood up well. So there you are. Have you read it? If so, let me know what you thought about it. And if you agree or disagree with my 7.5 out of 10 too, just no spoilers. I try to keep my reviews spoiler free, even in the comments section too, because a lot of these things are older. For you folks, if you like this, why not hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon if you're feeling frisky, and then let your friends know too. Cthulhu Mythos fans, right, or other friends and such. So there you go. I'll go ahead and leave you to it. As a reminder, this channel is named The Worst Thing About New Books. That's a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old ones, right? These older things that have influenced us, or we might have forgotten about. And this one too is decades old. We might have forgotten about. So there you are. And then finally, I want to thank you so much, for taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my video, because we all have so many things, right, that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spend this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.